Hey friends, this is Miss Wolfie from our Half Acre Homestead with another home economics meal. I just found this big lump of noodle dough in my freezer. I have no idea how old it is. I'm gonna make dinner based on these noodles tonight. I'm gonna make something up, we'll see. God, I even hope it's noodle dough. Hell, it might be pastry for all I know. But I'm pretty sure it's noodle dough by the color. So I'm just gonna take a chunk of this off, just like that. It might be old, it might be dry, we don't quite know. But it's been frozen. So I'm just gonna flour my roller here a little bit. Yeah, and there's chunks of dry. I'm gonna pick those off because the bag wasn't completely, there was air in it. So let's just see what we can come across with here. Waste not, want not is today's mantra. So I've kind of got an idea in my head of what I want to do for supper. And I think I'm going to call it sausage meatball soup. But we'll see. I mean, I might change my mind between here and making sausage meatballs. So we're starting with a noodle-based supper. Oh yeah, this is going to be fine. A little bit more flour. Okay. I might as well just go ahead and work up as much of this dough as I can. I'm gonna spread this open a little bit to number 4. And I'm gonna go ahead and make up as much of these noodles as I can, and I'll put some on dehydrator trays to dry because there's no sense putting it back in the freezer, right? Okay. I think I'm going to make sure these are pretty thick noodles, just because the dough is really stiff. I think that's let's try that. Let's put that through one more time. Ah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. All right. And through the noodle slicer, this goes. I might make some ramen style egg noodles, just to make a different looking soup sometime. But right now I'm making my nice, I only have a little bit of flour left in this bag. These are my nice fettuccine or soup noodles. I'm just gonna drop these in what's left of this flour bag, and then I'm just gonna shake them off and drop them on a dehydrator tray to dry. So I have enough noodles here for 2 more suppers, so I'm just going to toss them a couple of more times and let them dry. And this here is the last lump. So I'm going to say I got 3 recipes of noodles. So that would be 3 eggs, 3 cups of flour, and a pinch of salt. I'm going to make these into a more ramen style noodle or spaghetti style noodle for tonight's supper. I think I'm going to make sausage noodle soup, and I think we're gonna love it. I know people say I should get one for my KitchenAid. Maybe when my hands get worse I will, but this is actually the easiest for me. And now we're going to put this through the spaghetti cutter or the ramen cutter or whatever you want to call this size of noodle. And I'm going to drop them in my bag of flour here, and then I'll just drop them over here. You can dust the flour off after they're dried a little bit, but these are going into the soup tonight. And if you leave the flour on, it makes it more of a stewy gravy. So let's just do that, okay? Okay, I got this all figured out. Here's the basis for our sausage noodle soup. This is a pound of my homemade sausage that I made from the loin. Here is one recipe of homemade noodles, a jar of celery broth, a whole quart, a pint of celery leek broth. No, this is straight leek broth. 1 cup of our veg, and that is what we're going to do for supper. Okay, first things first, I'm going to turn both my pans. I have a frying pan and a sauce pot, and into the stock pot goes the celery broth and the leek broth. Now that looks like a lot of liquid, but also goes in our vegetables. And we're just going to put a lid on that. Let that come up to a boil and then turn it down to simmer. Sausage noodle soup. And we're going to slow fry this. I'm going to turn this right down to between medium and low. And on goes the lid. And our noodles await. And now that my sausage is all cooked through, I'm just going to spoon it, broth and all, right into our leek and celery broth. So there we go. On goes the lid, and when Papa comes home, we'll add the noodles. Honestly, folks, I wish you could smell this soup. It's just making my mouth water. Now I'm going to turn it down to low because it's an hour before Papa comes home. So we're just going to let this simmer and those vegetables plump up. And about 10 minutes before Papa comes home, we're going to pop our noodles in there. All right, Howard's just pulled in. And our soup has been simmering. And I'm telling you, folks, I wish you could smell this wonderful soup. All alone, it's absolutely amazing. But we're going to add noodles. Of course we're going to add noodles. We're just going to put the lid back on and bring this up to a boil and serve it up. So let's serve, oh my goodness. Forget ramen soups, folks. This is amazing. And I'll tell you something, just the broth was hearty enough, but all of that plus this, stunning meal. We'll see you at the table with Papa. So this is sausage noodle soup. I told you I was going to make sausage, and I didn't. I found the noodle dough in the freezer, and I wasn't sure what the heck I was going to do with it. But then I remembered the leek and celery broth and vegetables, because we didn't have any fresh onions, and we were out of onions and something else.
I forgot to get onions today, too.
Oh, that's okay. But these are homemade noodles. You didn't pepper it.
No, I'm good. It's tasty.
It is sausage noodle soup. Dehydrated veggies, celery broth, leek broth, and browned sausage and homemade noodles. There we go. You won't find that on the shelf in a ramen package.
Hell no.
So, I've got to ask this question. Everybody wants to know, are you ever going to get sick of homemade soup?
No, never.
Never.
But there should be a big pot of potato soup coming. Cheese potato soup soon.
Soon, darling, soon. This is the Miss Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, sure good thing that we love soup because it's a money saver every time. Take care, God bless.